Hello, this is Maxwell with Z Gambit Sports, and tomorrow we will be having the semifinals of the Women's Africa Cup of Nations taking place in Morocco. Now, what is very interesting about these semifinals is the fact that none of the four teams participating in the semifinals have actually ever won the WAFCON. Therefore, we are sure 100% to have a new champion by the end of this. So on one side we have Algeria playing Malawi, whereas on the other we have Morocco playing Cameroon, and these will be very interesting games. We will see who will go to the final. So in this one, I'm going to give an update on Malawi versus Algeria, which will be an interesting match because these two teams have actually never faced off when it comes to any women game. I was about to say in the women's AFCON, but the thing is that it's actually they've never met in any competition whatsoever. And that is what makes it very interesting because the first time that they're meeting will be a time that everything is at stake. Now, Algeria have had a good run. They've had a good run in the last few games that they had, in the same way that Malawi have had a very good run. So Malawi were unbeaten until beaten by Zambia in the last game. So the last five games that Malawi played, the first game was last game was against Ghana. They played against Ghana one game where they won 2-1. Played against Zambia and then lost 2-1. And they played against Egypt. They won 3-1. Against Nigeria, they won 3-2. Then before that, they had played Ghana and they had lost 4-0. That was a friendly. So the last five games that Malawi has played, they've actually won 3 and lost 2. And the 2 losses that they've had was with Zambia and Ghana. Whereas later on, they went on to knock out Ghana in the quarterfinals. So that is Malawi's run. When it comes to Algeria, Algeria's last 5 games have been interesting as well. The last game they played Cote d'Ivoire, and they knocked out Cote d'Ivoire in the quarterfinals by winning 2-1. And before that, they won 2-0 against Kenya, and they lost 1-0 against Morocco. And against Senegal again, they had lost. They had won 2-0 against Senegal, and against Zambia before that, they had won 1-0 Zambia in the friendly, because Zambia went to play 2 friendlies in Algeria. That is where they actually drew one and then beat Zambia the other one 1-0. Now, Algeria seems to be a very stable team. They have not been actually very performant when it comes to the WAFCON, but recently they are actually growing as a women's football team. So these are 2 very good teams and with good potential. I can see Malawi winning this one. I can see Algeria winning this one. So it will be a tough game in this case. So it's very hard to call which team should win this one. But if you are to ask me, I am sure that Malawi is going to win this one. For one reason only, is that Malawi has got a very strong attacking force, and the strong attacking force is based on the 2 sisters called Tabitha Chawinga and Temwa Chawinga. I know Algeria will try their best to mark these 2 to ensure that they don't go very far and to ensure that they don't score. But these 2 are just very hard to contain with 3 defenders or 4 defenders, because each one needs about 3 defenders to contain them. So while containing these 2, you end up missing out on the game. So that's how it is. That's why I think Malawi is going to win this one. But I could be wrong, because Algeria has actually shown to have spirit in the games that they played against Zambia and won against Zambia. No one was expecting Algeria beating Zambia, and they've beaten many teams so far. And they are here. They were in the same group in the group stages with Morocco, Kenya, and the other team was Senegal. Same group with them, and they ended up coming out of the group with only 1 loss and 2 wins, you see, which shows that they're a good team as well. So we're going to find out how it goes just tomorrow. Don't forget to like the channel, share the channel, and comment so that we can discuss more. What do you think about the games? Do you think Malawi is going to win? Do you think Algeria is going to win? For me, I would put my money on Malawi, because I know Malawi is going to win. But Algeria also is a wild card. So either way, either one of 2, it would go there, but it won't be a draw for sure. One of them should win. And since I have to choose one, I'll go with Malawi, because I know their play of football. So That would be an interesting one. So if you've watched up to the end, thank you very much for watching. This is Maxwell with Z Gambit Sports. I wish you a wonderful day, afternoon, and evening. Bye bye.